Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I want to talk to you guys about something, because I've been having to decide what all I want to say about this fitness, wellness, and nutrition bust going on. And in light of it, someone linked me a video Mike Rashid did last year talking about natural bodybuilding and everything, and the amount of hypocrisy that I saw in there just blows my fucking mind, considering what just happened with one of his businesses and one of his close personal friends. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. And you know, the reason this needs to be talked about is that anyone who thinks that Mike isn't going to be tied to this legally has lost their fucking mind. And what I mean is, I want just to look around, and Mike is one of the 4 owners of the gym where all this happened. All right, Iron Addicts Miami, he's one of the 4 owners. Now, it also makes you go to wonder, why does a gym, gyms aren't that expensive, require 4 owners to fully invest? Gyms aren't that profitable. 4 owners. And one of the 4 owners is running this lab in the office above the gym. This is the main order center and everything. He's running the website and everything from there. And on top of it, it's not like Mike didn't know about it. And that's the important part when it comes to this, because the guy made a workout video listed as the CEO of it on its website, talking with Mike and working out with Mike in the video, along with a couple of former pro bodybuilders. And therefore, it's impossible that Mike didn't know about it, because he's listed it on the website's YouTube channel, all right? And calling himself the CEO of Fitness, Wellness, and Nutrition. So Mike obviously knew about it. He's sitting here training with a guy, and they're talking about the company and everything. So Mike knows that this company is being run out of his gym by a personal friend of his who's also an owner of the gym. All right, Mike is completely tied in and associated with this. And what's ridiculous with all of this, in this video he did, I'll link his video down below just so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. I only got about halfway through it, and I just had to laugh and say, okay, I got to talk about this. Normally I wouldn't give a shit about what Mike Rashid does or says. But the hypocrisy of he tries to act like he was so sincere about, well, you know, he's okay with natural bodybuilding. He's never done anything, and he's not for or against steroids, doesn't know anything about them. He tries to go on and on with this, and his concern with the whole fake natty chasing going on and everything, which, you know, I'm a big party in that. I'm largely responsible for some of that. But the hypocrisy is that he tells people that if you're going to do this, you need to go see a medical doctor only. You know, go see a medical doctor. That, you know, you don't go getting underground lab stuff, because you don't know where it comes from. It's dangerous. It's probably made in someone's bathroom. And, you know, that's fine. There's no problem in pointing that out. No problem in pointing that out. I tell people the same thing. But the difference is, he's saying all of this while he is being associated with a major distribution ring that has found to have sold at least $10 million of steroids out of a gym that he owns. And he knows it's going on. He knows about it. He knows about the business firsthand. And over $10 million of what he would be calling bathtub anabolics, bathtub drugs, is being sold out of his gym while he's telling people, well, this stuff is dangerous. You know, it's dangerous. You know, don't do it that way. Don't go to these. Go to a doctor and everything. Now, of course, the website was claiming it's all FDA grade and done with a doctor and everything as a mask. And that's the stupidity of it. That's the sheer fucking stupidity of these morons. The morons involved with this actually thought that they could just put, oh, this is all FDA up there, and therefore it's okay, and because they put that on their website, when anyone can look at the website and know a bunch of that stuff is not FDA grade, and they're certainly not getting prescriptions with it. I mean, who in the fuck gives steroid prescriptions over the internet? Who in the fuck sells $10 million worth of steroids that they manage to get a doctor to prescribe for people? A doctor who's never met anyone, never pulled any blood work? That's not how it works, guys. That's not illegal for a medical doctor to prescribe you steroids over the internet. So they're doing this and claiming it's all FDA grade when there's a bunch of products on there that are not approved by the FDA at all. There are multiple drugs on that website being sold that are not FDA approved. That means they have to be made in someone's bathroom or, their own home lab. That's the only way these things can be made. And Mike is standing here talking about the dangers of it. Oh, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. When his friend is running it out of one of his businesses, $10 million worth. And it also begs the question of how much was Mike involved with this business? How much is Mike involved with this business when he's standing right here telling people not to buy this sort of stuff? Or was he telling people because he was going to be part of this and be pimping it as, this is FDA grade. This isn't the same thing when it is. This is an underground lab. This is exactly what people are warning people about. You don't know the conditions under which any of this stuff is made. You don't know that if it's dosed correctly. You don't know if it's sterile. You don't know anything about how it's been manufactured. So he's warning people about it while $10 million of drugs are being sold out of one of his gyms with his knowledge that he's part owner in. And it's advertised and pimped. And he works out on video knowing that this video is going up under the name of that website that's selling the drugs. The fucking hypocrisy. The fucking hypocrisy. Mike, you are a piece of shit fucking hypocrite. Fucking hypocrite. And anyone who thinks that he's not going to be legally tied to this, when it's all public right there that he would have to know about it, you guys don't think Mike's going to get arrested for this? Mike's a convicted felon already. You don't think they're already looking at him? Anyone heard anything from him lately? They're picking his ass up next. He's going to be linked to this. There's no way for him to avoid that. Because it's been shown, there's video evidence up there publicly that he knows about the operation. Because he's working out with the known CEO of it and being told in the videos, having it explained that way right there in the title. He knew about it. And here's the funniest part too. Then Mike goes on to talk about natural bodybuilding and, natty versus not natty. And, he's natural, but a good friend of his wanted him to enter this natural bodybuilding show. And he looked around at it and said, I don't want to be a big fish in a small pond. I don't want to be a big fish in a small pond. And so, I chose not to do the show. My friend wanted me to. My friend went ahead and went in it. And everything. He said, but I knew who the competitors were, so he knew ahead of time who I was going to compete in it. And he's like, I know that I look way better than everyone's there, and this would be so easy for me to win that there wouldn't even be a challenge to win this natural bodybuilding show. Wouldn't even be a challenge for me. You guys see Mike doing any drug tested events? Just throwing that part out there. I'll come back to that in a minute. Wouldn't even be a challenge for me to win this. And he said, and my friend who didn't even look that good, he went ahead and did it without me. And he won. He took first place. He won this natural bodybuilding show. But I chose not to do it, because I just didn't want to be a big fish in a small pond and have no challenge. Again, the ego. But the reality is, Mike, everyone who looks at you knows you're on fucking gear. Everyone knows he's on gear who knows anything about gear. Everyone. And anyone who doesn't think he's on gear doesn't know much about it. I'm sorry, man, the simpletons here. The guy is about to be popped for, I guarantee you, at least partaking and knowing about a $10 million anabolic steroid ring, okay? You think he's not sitting there using gear coming from any of these labs or anything, you guys have lost your fucking minds. Furthermore, why didn't he want to do it? Probably because Mike either doesn't know anything about drug testing because he's not smart enough to get around it. I mean, the fact that he's associated with this business tells you he's not fucking smart at all. It tells you that he's nothing but a two-bit con man who really doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. It's probably why he's a convicted felon already for other shit. He's not smart enough to know how to keep himself out of trouble. Two-bit con man, two-bit crook. That's all the fuck he is. While pretending, and getting up and acting like he's going to be a pillar of morality and an example. Set an example for all these young men. It's like he's a two-bit con man who runs a fake name. He doesn't want people to know he's a felon. And he's associated financially with a $10 million international steroid ring. $10 million. That's what they know of so far, that it's made at least $10 million in sales. And you know what I think? It was just either Mike doesn't know how to pass the drug test, or he knows that he's been taking stuff that would show on there. Because a lot of things you can hide from a drug test very, very easy. Some things you can't. And some things will show up 3 months, 6 months after you take them still on a urine test. He probably knew if he took the test, he would get popped. And why would he risk for some bodybuilding show his reputation, knowing he could very well get busted if they test him? Then it's going to be everywhere that he tested positive. That's what's really going on. I mean, you see multiple things of hypocrisy. Just in the first 5 minutes of the video, the guy is such a fucking hypocrite. Such a hypocrite, talking about this stuff as if he knows nothing about it, and he doesn't condone this, doesn't condone that. And someone is running out of one of his businesses with his knowledge of it. Running a $10 million anabolic steroid ring. And I promise you they were using that business to launder money. I want someone to explain to me how you need 4 owners. 4 owners in a business like that. I promise you that gym was part of their money laundering ring. And I promise you Mike was getting kickbacks on the money laundering. He was getting a cut for them using his gym for money laundering purposes. I fucking promise you that. And they're probably going to find all of that. They're going to find all of that. Because, you know, he is a part owner, so any money laundered through it, he gets his share of the profits. Yeah. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.